Okay, I think this works better. Hi, Henry. Hi, Cora. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, everybody. This book is called Mr. Putter and Tabby Smell the Roses by Cynthia Rylant. Chapter 1, Together. Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby lived next door to Mrs. Teaberry and her good dog Zeke. You're right, Zeke. They all did many things together. Mr. Tabby and Mrs. Teaberry took walks together and read books together and made tea together. Have I read this one before? I can't remember. Tabby and Zeke did everything that Mr. Putter and Mrs. Teaberry did, except sometimes Zeke did do it the hard way. Mr. Putter and Mrs. Teaberry also celebrated together. They celebrated Halloween and Christmas and the first day of the baseball season. They celebrated new tires. They celebrated good teeth. And of course, they celebrated birthdays. Chapter 2, Something Special. Mrs. Teaberry's birthday is on Saturday, Mr. Putter told Tabby one morning. I want to do something special for her. All morning, Mr. Putter thought of special things he could do for Mrs. Teaberry. He thought of ice cream and he thought of cake. He thought of balloons, but they'd already always celebrated with those things. Mr. Putter wanted to do something extra special this time. And besides, he said to Tabby, don't forget what Zeke does when balloons are in town. Or in the room. Mr. Putter made a cup of cocoa and poured some for Tabby. Poured Tabby some cream. And then he sat in his chair to think. I've got it, said Mr. Putter at last. It had taken 3 cups of cocoa, but he had it. He would take Mrs. Teaberry to the conservatory. The conservatory had the most beautiful trees and plants and flowers in town. And Mrs. Teaberry loved beautiful trees and plants and flowers. She was always telling Mr. Putter about her maples and her roses. Oops. Mrs. Teaberry will love the conservatory, Mr. Putter told Tabby. Mrs. Teaberry's birthday would be good. It would be special. It will be heavenly, said Mr. Putter. Chapter 3 is called Heavenly. On Saturday, Mr. Putter put on his best shirt and his best tie, and he also put some pomade in his hair. It made him look very spiffy. Pomade makes the man, Mr. Putter told Tabby. Pomade is something you put in your hair to make it, stay the way you want it to. Mr. Tabby knocked on Mrs. Teaberry's door. Happy birthday. Mr. Putter and Tabby knocked on Mrs. Teaberry's door. Happy birthday, said Mr. Putter. Mrs. Teaberry was wearing her dress with all the ruffles and her zebra earrings. You look very nice, said Mr. Putter. And Zeke looked very nice, too. His jacket matched the earrings. Shall we go? Asked Mr. Putter. I can't wait, said Mrs. Teaberry, and off they went. Soon they arrived at the conservatory. It was very large. It had beautiful windows and beautiful things growing inside. It was heavenly. Mr. Putter sniffed the air. It smelled wet and flowery. It reminded him of going outside in the rain when he was a boy. It smelled so green. Mr. Putter and Tabby and Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke walked among the trees and plants and flowers. They touched the leaves. They smelled the roses. And they learned the facts. Oh, this is a Venus flytrap. It eats bugs. Native to USA, eats bugs. Have you ever heard of a plant that eats bugs? Oh, and then, whoops, skipped a page. Mr. Potter told Zeke that if he was very, very good in the conservatory, he might get a surprise. Well, we all know that Zeke lived for surprises. So he was very, very good. He was not chewing. He was not digging. He was being as good can be. And he stayed that way for exactly 5 minutes. And then Zeke found a banana tree. Chapter 4 is called Not So Heavenly. Zeke thought the banana tree was for him. Zeke loved bananas. Loved them. He thought the banana tree was his surprise. Do you know what's going to happen? Can you guess? You're right. He jumped up and grabbed a bunch, which made the guard blow his whistle, which made Tabby jump into a lemon tree. Which made lemons hit everybody on the head, which made the conservatory not so heavenly. Chapter 5, Surprise. Well, Mr. Potter and Tabby and Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke and 2 bunches of bananas and 9 lemons got into Mr. Potter's car. That was fun, said Mrs. Teaberry. You had fun, said Mr. Potter. Of course, said Mrs. Teaberry. Didn't you? Mr. Potter looked at Mrs. Teaberry. She had a head full of leaves and a lap full of fruit. She was such a good sport. Mr. Potter wanted to keep giving her special things, so he drove her to her favorite ice cream parlor. You know, that Mrs. Teaberry is a good sport. She just kind of, things happen and she just kind of goes along. She doesn't let them get her too flustered. They ate lots of strawberry cake and lots of strawberry ice cream, and Mr. Potter blew up 15 balloons. Mr. Potter looked at Zeke, and Zeke looked at Mr. Potter, and then Zeke gave Mr. Potter a surprise. Zeke gave Mr. Potter a good Zeke. There were 15 balloons in the room, and Zeke was good. He didn't bite any of them. Mr. Potter was so happy that he sang the happy birthday song twice. It was one of the best celebrations ever. Everyone went home very happy. Mrs. Teaberry felt very special, and the next day there was even lemonade. I like that story. They made lemonade out of those lemons. Love you guys. Mwah.